Thanks, Shelley, and welcome back for another Sunday gathering. Before we start with our special program, be sure to reach out to your TANs and invite everyone. Also, please turn your cameras on so we may see your smiling faces. And now with our opening intention. Lance?
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, friends. Well, we have an opening intention from Rabash, letter number 5. And as we're reading this, place yourself in it. In this very time, it's appropriate for all of us. And when you feel that you are at war, each of you will know and feel that he needs the help of his friend. And without him, his own strength will wane as well. Then, when you understand that you must save your life, each of you will forget he has a body. He has a body he must preserve, and you will both be tied by the thought of how to defeat the enemy. L'chaim.
Thanks, Lance. And now an update from our Arvut team. Chaim?
Yes, hello everyone. Hope you're all well. I have a lot of news to share with you today. And immediately after that, we'll move into something entirely new, which I will explain in a minute. So we're going to spend some time together. So first of all, in case you didn't hear the news, the war in Israel for now is over. There's a ceasefire. So it means we will probably not be running to the shelters during this meeting. Okay. The missiles have now ended for now. You know, it's Israel. That's the first thing. Second, I want to make a big l'chaim to Beth Shillington, our dear devoted friend. She took upon herself to lead a project and create a team that will work with her on turning the spreadsheet of the friends who registered, who wrote their names and their zip codes for local meetings into groupings so that we can create local communities. Because zip code doesn't tell you where you live. I mean, you still need to check out, you know, what that zip code relates to. And there's a lot of work into that. So what we're going to do is she's going to go over the zip code and create all the groupings, initial groupings. Then she'll create all the communities, she and her team. Then she'll create the communities. And then we will re-invite you guys, those who haven't registered, to join into the communities so that we can make them bigger and happier and stronger. Okay, and we will start revitalizing the physical meetings all over the US, hopefully, and Canada. So that's number 2. Number 3, let me see if I got, I was waiting for an answer. I haven't gotten an answer. No, not yet. Okay, so never mind that. Number 4, just to be sure. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a new format to the lessons with Rav. It goes like this. Sunday through Thursday, he will give the lessons when he gives a lesson from his studio on the 3rd floor, not from the study hall with all the friends in Petach Tikva. So he will be sitting there, and from there he will be teaching. Friday and Saturday, he'll come downstairs. Why? First of all, we noticed he feels more comfortable there. He seems stronger, more vibrant. And if he feels comfortable, then that's what we want to do. Number two, the reason that he will come down on Friday and Saturday is that on Friday, a lot of friends come from all over Israel to Petach Tikva for the lesson and the hummus meal afterwards. So for this one, he'll make an effort to come downstairs and be with the friends in Petach Tikva. And on Saturday, it is mostly a women's lesson. There are way more women on Shabbat afternoon. No, sorry. Shabbat too. There are also friends from Israel, and also women are now allowed in the study hall on Shabbat, which is a first. Usually it was like that during congresses and shortly after and shortly before. Now, that's the standard, that's the routine, that women can come on Shabbat morning lessons. And there are dedicated tables for the women, etc. So he will make an effort to be downstairs on Shabbat as well. Another good thing that we found in the fact that he teaches from his studio is that now he relates not only to Petach Tikva, but to the whole world Kli. I don't know if you noticed, but again, just like during COVID, he sees all the friends, he sees the world Kli, he sees all the questions, he notices them. Petach Tikva becomes another square in on his screen. And if there are questions from Petach Tikva, the reader raises his hand and he gives him permission to speak, but it's not any different than Kiev or Kabu 12 or Toronto 1, etc. So we feel that this is a big improvement because once again, just like COVID, it makes everyone equal. And at least I think this is a great thing for everyone, that we're all on the same level, at least in terms of Rav's attention. So these are my announcements for the day from the Arvut Team. Now, there's an even bigger announcement. Since I joined the Arvut Team, and I started getting involved more and more in what is happening in North America, I had a feeling that that there needs to be some sort of a rehash of the principles of work in the 10. We all forget about it. There's a 10s committee in Israel. There's a 10s committee, I don't know, all the Max students, all the veteran students in Russian-speaking 10s have people who are, accompanying them and being exposed to some of the problems that we faced in the Arvut Team. I realized that we need to be reminded of the principles of work in the 10. For example, all friends are equal. Wow. It's not that obvious. Love covers all crimes. Again, it's not that, well, when it's someone else, when it's my crimes, then yes, love covers all crimes. But when it's someone else's crimes, that's a different story. So I thought that it would be a good idea to dedicate some time to reminding ourselves of these principles. And thankfully, Vlad Shamailov and Alex Rebe and Grisha Leitas joined me in this effort. And the four of us will be preparing very short something to discuss each Sunday, which will consist of a principle that we want to talk about, an excerpt, usually from Rabash, because no one else teaches us about work in the 10 like Rabash, and then a few words, and then questions from you guys. And whatever we don't cover during the meeting, because we will have 10 to 15 minutes for that segment, you are always welcome to send further questions to the Arvut team. Not only questions, by the way, if there are topics you want to discuss, because we're opening the door here for you guys to bring up whatever concerns you in the 10, whatever you feel is not working or that you are not sure how to make it work. Please send it to the Arvut team and we will relate to it, not by means of reproach or any kind of, condemnation or anything like that, but in a manner of, let's see what principle this relates to. Now let's see what Rabash says about it. Now let's see how we can apply it to our 10. All right? Okay. So the first topic that we will be covering today, not sure we'll finish today because it's already getting kind of late. But that's where we want to begin, is maintaining a warm and embracive atmosphere in the 10. So for starters, I think it would be best to read something, right, that pertains to this topic. So the friends and I have prepared several, actually, excerpts for each of them, for each of the topics. So for this one, let's go for, let's try number 8. Okay, that's a good one. It's not by Rabash, it's by the Holy Shla. It says, although your friend's virtues are not equal to yours, obviously, you must tolerate him and love him, for so the Creator created him. Again, although your friend's virtues are not equal to yours, you must tolerate him and love him, for so the Creator created him. Let's try another one. Let's go for 15. By Rabash from Man as a Whole. One must know that love is bought by actions, by giving his friends gifts. Each gift he gives to his friend is like an arrow and a bullet that makes a hole in his friend's heart. Although his friend's heart is like a stone, still, each bullet makes a hole. And from many holes, a hollow is created. And the love of the giver of the gifts enters in this place. The warmth of the love draws him, his friends' sparks of love, and then the two loves weave into a garment of love that covers both of them. This means that one love surrounds and envelops them. And then they too become one person, because the clothing that covers them is a single garment. So I think reading this, it's clear why we need to maintain an atmosphere of love and warmth in the 10. Now, it's not always easy because we're all different people, and the more we advance, the more different we become, right? The differences show. And the coarseness grows, right? Each one shows his ovut. You know what ovut means in Hebrew? It's thickness, like a thick skin, you know? It's hard to penetrate. One of the most important things for a 10 to succeed, and what often distinguishes a successful 10 than an unsuccessful 10, a 10 that is divided and separated, is the fact that above everything else, the friends love each other. They disagree. Everyone disagrees. But there is, it's called firgun. There is a feeling of nevertheless, he's all right. I'm with him. He's with me. Like we're in this together. We see things from different angles, but we're in this together. At the end of the day, we both come to the lesson. We both come to the meetings. We both do the activities. So we both have a desire for the goal. So obviously we have different opinions, but if we didn't have different opinions, then we wouldn't have anything to cover. And if we didn't have anything to cover, there would be nothing to lift us higher on the ladder. Because that's the only way to rise to another degree, by covering all the crimes, all the hatred that's revealed with love. So now I want to open this up to questions. We don't have a lot of time, so let's just give 3 minutes, okay, guys, to questions. And if there are more, please send them over to the Arvut team, all right? So just go ahead and just open your mic and speak freely. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. Is it possible that these excerpts that you bring on Sundays, if they can actually be given to the 10 so that the 10s can work on them during the week?
Good idea. Yeah, we'll do that. We prepare more all the time. But yes, you're right.
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to thank you. It's much needed work. I think it's going to be really appreciated for all the 10s. So just thank you.
Thanks. Anything on your heart? That's the time to share. Without mentioning any names, any specific incidents, just what would you like resolved and how that relates to this topic?
I have a question. Should we be looking for this avut, or we should just let it come?
That's a good question. There's a thing with ovut. It finds us. We don't need to find it. It's a result of the study. You know, often after a good lesson, I remember many years ago in Moscow, I think Denis asked Rav, he said, every time after a good lesson, we almost fight. We have a meal after the lesson, and we end up almost fighting. Why is it? And I've told him, what do you want? You had a good lesson. You gained more of youth. So now you guys are all selfish. So you have something new to cover. So we never worry about the Arvut. We never actually deal with it unless it finds us. In other words, we studied, we worked together, and all of a sudden, a disagreement finds us, happens to us. That's when we relate to it. But we don't relate to it specifically. It never works because everyone has his own point of view. So there's no way you can agree. What it means is that now we have something new to overcome. I've seen this in veteran tens. I've seen this in veteran couples, like couples that have been living together for many years. They don't bother fighting anymore because they know they'll disagree. And they know that there's not going to be, it's just hopeless. But just by knowing it, first of all, it adds a sense of a touch of humor to the situation, which is always a great idea for overcoming difficulties. And it's gone. Because just by realizing that there's no point dealing with the situation and we are together no matter what, just by that, you've covered it with love. You don't need anything more than that. You come to the next lesson like lovebirds. Okay, guys, I see you have more questions, but I'm really out of time. But please, please, please send them over to the Arvut team. Okay, we'll relate to them maybe next week. And if not, then we'll answer in person or depending on the question. And then next week we'll deal with another topic. If this goes well, which seems to be going well, then perhaps we'll need to add more time. We'll see. It's just the first. Okay, guys? So thank you all. And Bnei Baruch.
Time.
Time. Bonnie?
Ron, back to you, or Richard, who is it?
Thank you,
Bonnie?
Chaim, and thank you, Richard. Yes, so we'll get on with the next part of our time together. What a great beginning, and what a great addition that we're going to be able to do this together. So we're happy to introduce today the devoted women of New York 10, number 3, and they'll share the roots of their path, their daily rhythm, their outreach, and what makes their 10 so special. So let's open our hearts and be inspired by their journey, please.
Good morning, dear friends. So happy, so honored to speak before all of you about what we jokingly refer to as the best 10. We all know that there is no best 10. We're all equal on the path, but that's how we feel about our 10, that it's truly the best. And I hope each of you feels that way about your own 10. So our 10 officially formed in 2017. I was actually shocked yesterday when we discovered this. So we've been together for close to 7 years, but our shared path began long before that. Some of us have been studying since 2002, when the New York group was first originated and came to life. So some of us have been on this path for 5, 10, even 20 years, but there is no difference between us. We feel no difference. We will contribute our hearts to this path, and spiritually, we are all equal. Each friend carries the full weight of the 10, and we feel the strength of every heart equally. Over the years, we've grown, not just in numbers from 10 to 15, but in our connection. We really feel like we're approaching this state of being one heart, trying to feel each friend as myself. The Creator is helping us in this. We're spread across New York, New Jersey, Texas, Montreal, Costa Rica, and Portugal. Yet we meet in one place, the point of unity between us. What else can I say? This path is the most important and precious thing in our lives. And this importance is something that we have to give to one another. The miracle of our 10 is that we overcome all states together. God knows there have been some difficult states lately, but we rise together as one from every single state. And we build a home where every friend feels safe to rise and to fall. We extend the rope to each one. And I am out of time, so I'm passing the torch to our next great friend, Mary.
You mean Julie?
Lenka.
Oh.
Yulia, yes, I'm sorry.
Our daily workshop, we have Zooms every day at 1:30 except Sunday. Very few friends can participate due to work schedule, but we watch excerpts from previous lessons and discuss them. At 7:30, we meet for preparation lesson. At least 12 of us in the lesson every day. Some of our friends sit with open cameras. Lesson is our priority. And since Raf recommended to build prayer as 10, we start doing it right away after the lesson based on deficiency we hear in the lesson. We do not skip any day except during the Congress. Our prayer document is as long as 350 pages already. And if misunderstanding appears, we work with it, scrutinize and discuss. We do physical gatherings several times a year. Next one is in July with sleepover. So friends that cannot be with us physically connect on Zoom for workshops. And one of our great friends that lives in Canada, so we send other friend as a representative of our 10 to visit her with present. And our plan for next future to visit our friends who recently moved to Texas and Costa Rica. And now Mary have a present for us, something fun. Go ahead, Mary.
Thank you so much, Julia. So as you heard, we're very serious about our work. At the same time, we add levity, not frivolity, but levity, to our work as well through humor and dance like Rabash. So we would like to impart joy to everyone by all of us dancing together. So don't worry if you have two left feet, doesn't matter. You're just going to follow my arm motions. Don't forget to smile. It's not so important if you can follow exactly what I'm doing. The important is just to have fun and unite, enjoy. And if I forget what I'm doing, I'm going to keep smiling and moving as well. So, Maestro Shelley, whenever you're ready.
How to give
Okay, great moves, everyone. That was a lot of fun, just to show what we do have fun in our 10, right along with our serious approach to the studies. So now we're going to hear from a friend whom friends in our 10 call the guru of dissemination. She's been disseminating, fully immersed in dissemination since I've known her for many years. So who better to tell you about our dissemination efforts than our dear Linda.
So, beloved friends, before I speak about the devotion of our tens and with their importance of dissemination, I would like to read from Bala Sulam. This is from Bala Sulam, Message Shofar. The issue of the shofar is only the disclosure of the wisdom of the hidden in great masses, which is a necessary precondition, thus must be met prior to the complete redemption. And the books that have already been revealed through me in this wisdom will testify to it. That matters of the greatest importance have been spread out like a gown for all to see. This is a true testimony that we are already at the threshold of redemption, and that the voice of the great shofar that has already been heard, though not in the distance, for it still sounds very softly. So I have a piece of paper, I will be honest, because friends are involved in many projects, roles that they have been carrying out for years with great devotion. So I will start about the friends who are participating in live broadcast. So there we go. We have a friend who's co-hosting the live Q&A with Tony Kosinek for many years. Also friends who are hosting and have support roles at Open Dinner. We have friends involved in translation from Rav's blog from Russian to English. We have a friend who has been dedicating to book edition for many years, and currently working on the edition of Zohar for All. So here is the book. So if you don't have it, I recommend you. There are 3 books. Also, we have friends working on content creation and publishing on social media. That is for Kabbalah Info social media. They work as graphic designers. They make content selection for quotes and articles. They publish the material. They make video transcription. Also, we have friends working, having roles on Michael Lightman's social media. That involves content publishing, selection of quotes, and graphic design. Also, friends are participating to the SEO project. Also, we have friends working in content team for the Hebrew course, and also some friends who participate also in the IHUD team. On top of that, I will talk about internal dissemination, which is vital for each and every one. So here we have the Any Gathering Sunday platform, which is the role of internal dissemination. So we have friends serving on the Any Sunday Gathering, and also friends serving on the Arvut Team. So ending this, so if you are interested, inspired in joining some roles in dissemination and want some information, please reach out to the Arvut team. They will redirect you. And now I will introduce my friend Mary, who will speak about what's important, what's special about our tent.
Hey, thank you so much, dear Linda. I'll try to keep it short. I think we're about out of time for our presentation. So as we learn, Hebrew is a language of light, and there are layers of meanings and sensations, even in a single letter. as we're hearing in the current readings of the Zohar in the morning lesson. Through searching and making efforts, and through the uniqueness of the Hebrew language and its deep meanings, we are always trying to feel more of what our sages wrote. Dorit, whose mother tongue is Hebrew, opens up deeper layers of what we're studying. Might be about word relationships, how changing the order of the letters in a word gives the opposite meaning, showing how two opposites are so closely related, or it might be the root of a word and the connection to our inner work. There are many, many more examples. This, for us, creates a whole new level of sensation, connection, opening of our hearts in our workshops and in our lesson summaries, as well as awe and profound sense of gratitude for our sages. Dorit brings to us, through revealing the depth of the Hebrew language, a way to go deep inside the text and feel what our sages want to give us, what they truly want to open up for us. It's truly a blessing to have such a great friend, devoted friend, always seeking ways to bestow to us in this special way, and always elevating our 10 to higher and higher degrees. And thank you, friends, for this huge opportunity to share a little bit about our love and connection. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for an inspiring time together. Next, we're going to have the honor to introduce the great women of Toronto 3. And today, 4 devoted friends will open a window into the heart of their 10, sharing what makes it beat, what keeps it alive, and how they nurture it together each day. So let's listen closely and feel the pulse of their unity and love, please.
Hi, everyone. It was so inspiring to listen to the New York 10 talk about their 10. It's interesting how, despite sharing the same path, we all have a different flavor, and that it comes out. So it shines through when we share about our 10. So today I have a privilege, really, of introducing my 10 Toronto number 3. We are friends who've known each other for a very long time, way before the 10s were formed. So our connection is, it feels like we've known each other for centuries, really. Like I can't even put a timeline on how long we've known each other. But I guess working as a 10 since 2018. There's 8 of us, 5 of us here on the screen, but 3 of us that couldn't make it. We used to be 9, but one friend passed away, but we keep her in our heart still. What makes us unique is this connection that we shared, like I said, from before, since the founding of the Toronto group more than 20 years ago. So there are friends here who have been on this path for more than 20 years. And to Chaim's point about always aiming to maintain a warm, loving, and uplifting atmosphere in our 10, this is exactly what we try to do every time we meet, every time we interact. This is the foundation of our 10. Like no matter what happens, and a lot happens, as many of you know, on this path, we always cover everything, absolutely everything, with love and care, and yeah, that is super important to us. What else makes us special? We're directed to the goal, very serious about the study. And I remember one time we had a Toronto gathering, and I think, shared about it to Rav, and he wrote back, and this is with respect to all the Toronto women, so all 3 of the Toronto 10s, he said, he called the women devoted, and that's exactly, I think, what characterizes this 10 and the other Toronto 10s. It's really devotion to the goal, it's devotion to Rav, it's devotion to the society and to our goal. That is, we wake up with this every day, and we go to sleep with this every single day. Yeah, and coming from a physical group, we've gone through many congresses, many events together, many births, so much. It's like we've swam in this ocean of unity from a long time ago, and we continue to do it to this day, and I think we'll continue to do it forever. And now I'd like to introduce Olga, who's going to talk about how we organize ourselves. And then Olga will be followed by Irina, who will talk about all the dissemination work that flows out from our 10 and the connection that we have.
Thank you, Veronica. Hello, dear friends. And I would like to share a bit about our daily Kabbalistic journey. Every day, 2 friends from my 10, they take roles as Shatz Vegabai and connect us through the inspirational messages in emails, in WhatsApp chats, and it's very inspiring. And the most important, it's lesson for my 10. So we gather every day in advance before lesson to prepare ourselves to study together materials. We also hold daily meetings after the lesson where we review study materials, we talk about our 10, do workshops together. And the most excited event in our 10 is Yeshivat Haverot. Once a month, we all gather for Yeshivat Haverot that prepared in a rotation by one member of my 10. And every time it's something very special, very unique, very uplifting, and connect us on different levels. And I will pass mic to Irina. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Indeed, our time is just amazing. You know what? I'm so every time I thank you to creators that he gives me such a powerful 10 and dissemination. So as New York 3, we're also doing a lot of dissemination, despite all members of our 10 working in this material world, and believe me, very hard working. But like all 10 involved in YouTube videos dissemination, SEO project, watching every day. Then we have individual projects, like one of our members, she's translating from Hebrew to Russian, Rav's blog, and also Rav's blog in the past. And we all can, who speaks Russian, can just read this post in Russian, Rav's blog in the Russian language. Also, we have a member who is part of Arvut Team and social and help with BB Arvut desk, help desk. So if you have any question, one of a member of our 10 receiving all your requests and passing to the people who are helping you. Also English language dissemination, it's Facebook and also Instagram. We have a member who is preparing a small clips and posting it constantly. Also English lesson translation and kids program. So we have our queen who is actually responsible for it. So actually that's it, what our 10 is doing. And thank you very much for letting us come today and share about our 10. Thank you guys, together to the goal.
Wow. Thanks so much to our special women's 10s for sharing with all of us, and a special thanks to all of you. See you next time. Shelley?
प्यार का मतलब है एकता एक ही में दिखा के ये खुदा सबने मैंने सीखा प्यार का मतलब है एकता एक ही में दिखा के ये खुदा Together we grow, light awakens our soul. The spark of the flashes, ego is turning to ashes. In lessons with friends, We are following one goal. We are ready to go. When we step into the light of our reason so high, together we can fly above the sky. साथ साथ है मैंने सीखा प्यार का मतलब है एकता, एक ही मैं दिखा के ये खुदा. साथ साथ है मैंने सीखा प्यार का मतलब है एकता.
Hi, friends. Line.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.